Today you will know how to make your token go to the top of the screener. Yeah, when finishing this video, you will know exactly what to do in order to make your token trend and attract more people into it. For sure, being on the top of the DexScreener homepage is a banger. It's really useful to attract people, to attract investors, and make your token move. We will learn how to do that. Let's go directly to the process. So we will start talking about how to train on the screener technically and based it on what the screener says, okay? So as you can see, and as you should know, the screener has its own boosters. They are those thunders you are seeing here next to the names. This is essentially a paid promotion you can do. You pay for boosters and they will boost your token, giving it more probabilities to appear here. But let's be honest, paying here with those boosters doesn't matter at all, and there is some people that is starting to see that as a red flag on a token. Because if you think, well, if you're spending 6,000, if you're spending some $1,000 for get these 6,000 boosters, you will need to dump on your holders later. So that's why some people are starting to see this as a red flag. Anyways, could be useful, but in my opinion, is not worth it at all. Okay, so all these gold results tokens you're seeing here are paid promotions, and all the white ones are not paid. They are organic. We could say organic tokens that are trending on the screener for other reasons. Anyways, if you pay, you will be above other people if you follow the instructions I'm gonna give you. Okay, well, what's important to trend on the screener, or what does the screener take on account when trending a token? The most important things are makers and volume. Here you can see the volume a token have, and makers are the most important keys of information that the screener takes, and also the span of time when having this volume and makers. For example, if you have 1 million volume within an hour, you will have more chances to appear here than if you have 1 million volume in 6 hours, okay? The same with makers. Then other important things are the number of transactions that is directly related to volume and makers, and then the liquidity and the market cap. You may have millions of volume, million of makers, but if the market cap is 100,000, it's really difficult that you appear here, okay? So you will need to take that on account as well as the liquidity. You may have a lot of market cap, but with a low liquidity, you won't appear here. So you need to find a balance. Well, after this, it's obvious that you can fake those numbers, but it's obvious as well that people can see that you are faking those numbers. So we are looking for a way to make it organic, as much as organic as possible, at least. We have tools, for example, like a volume buy, that you will make a bundle, you will make a transaction, for example, of 100 SOL, and you will be generating 200 SOL of volume, but just in 2 transactions. That's not organic. That doesn't look well for your token. Also, something that is important in order to make it look organic is that if you already have, for example, 1,000 volume, 1,000 USD volume, you can't come by magic and go to 1 million volume. It doesn't make sense and it looks bothered. So anyways, if you are here in the training and you don't look organic, people won't buy your token. Also remember that the most important thing to make a memecoin success is the community. You will need to find a good meme, a good reason why people should join your community and push your project up. So that's also important, okay? It's like some kind of mix of things you need to do in order to success, but it's really important knowing how to train on the screener, and now I'm going to teach you the most organic way to get these makers, this volume, these transactions, and go to the top, essentially. For trending on the screener, we need to use a market maker bot, okay? All tokens, every token you see in the top, even with Bonk, etc., have a market maker behind it, okay? It could be an enterprise, a company that makes market making, or it might be a market maker bot they have built, or any product they use. But we need to be clear, all tokens that succeed are botted by a market maker. Why? Essentially because by using a market maker, you will be much more active, the activity, the project itself will look much more alive, and this is important as well. It's not just about the metrics and about trending on DexScreener. It's also about looking alive, about looking as an active project and attractive to people that see your token in there. So using a market maker is the key to do that, and that's why every token use a market maker. As I said, you need to make it look organic. So if you have 1,000 makers right now, you should then apply 50,000 makers. Okay, you need to make it like to scale the project step by step by doing all the right decisions you need to make. Anyways, I'm going to show you how this market maker works. This is a Smithii market maker, okay? It have all the features you need to trend on DexScreener. Actually, we have made the streams boosting people's, we have made streams boosting people's tokens, and we made some tokens trend within live stream, okay? This works, but as I said, this is not 100% ensured, but because it will depend on the day, the demand, the volume that day, so the numbers may vary, but essentially if you do it well, you will be trending, at least for some hours, okay? For sure, as I said, it depends on the numbers, so don't take this as a 100%. It will depend on your token, how it's going, and how you boost it. So on this market maker bot, we currently have two options available. We will have a third one, which is advanced, and is only for really experienced people. So we have boost token and target price, okay? Boost tokens will give you makers and volume within the span of time you decide, because you will be able to make it look really, really organic, okay? And target price is essentially the same, but you are gonna pump the token because we will be buying and selling only a percentage, not the whole amount of tokens. So a market maker bot, once we know that every project use it, so a market maker bot, what essentially does is buying and selling a token, okay? With certain parameters you give it in order to make it look organic and make it look well and make your token more active. So it will be a bot that will be buying and selling with different wallets the whole time, okay? So here in Smithii Market Maker we have two options. We have the boost token and the target price. We also have advanced bot that will be launched within some weeks. But I will just recommend this advanced bot if you have used the previous two options before, okay? Because you need more skills and more experience with that. The boost token allows us to set how much makers we want, how much volume we want, how much sol we want to spend, and the span of time of the bot. So for example, if I want 1,000 makers, I can put here 1,000 makers, how much volume I want for that 1,000 makers, and within how much time. For example, you can select 12 hours, 1 day, 1 hour, as you want. Okay, this is really important. The target price is essentially the same, but you will be pumping your token. Why? Because when you buy and sell, you will keep a percentage that will result on a pump on the price. So for example, if you want to pump the token and make it look organic, you shouldn't do just a purchase of 10 Solana, for example. You can differentiate, you can like separate those purchases within different makers and make, instead of one buy of 10 Sol, 100 buys of 0.1 Solana, for example, and it will be much more organic, okay? Plus you will be adding makers, volume, etc., which is actually really important, as we have mentioned. For this video, I'm gonna boost a token, that's it, not target price, but it's essentially, it works in the same way, okay? So first of all, you need to connect your wallet and have it with Sol for sure, in order to make the market maker bot work with the Solana. Is really cheap. You will see that you can generate a ton of volume with really low amount of Solana. I have my wallet ready. So now we need to put the token address of the token we want to push. I'm gonna use a stream, okay? We can check the current stats, 100 makers, 200 transaction, 600 volume so far, okay? So we will copy the token address, we come back here and we paste it here. Now we can set how much makers we want, the volume, etc. So for 100 makers, by default, it says the bot adjusts the numbers, and it shows us that we will be spending 0.12 Solana so far, and we will be generating 4 volume so far within 20 minutes. So if we go, for example, to let's say 2000, okay, which is not crazy, 2000, we can generate up to almost 5,000 Solana in volume, which is crazy, okay? Actually, we need to take on account that the fee of the bot is 0.025 Solana each 100 makers, okay? This is the cheapest market maker bot available right now on Solana. Plus, we need to take on account the transaction fees. We will be using GTO fees, priority fees, in order to make the transaction go through, and each maker will need to make 2 transactions. So far, per maker, we will be spending 0.01 Solana so far, okay? Which is actually to make the transaction work and make the bot work itself. It's like a fee for the chain. So to make it simple, we will use 100 makers, okay? You can play with the buttons and see what you can make, but anyways, just to try, we're gonna put 100 makers, we are gonna generate 4 volume, and we will be spending in total 0.50, okay? So we will, at the same time, why not, 20 minutes, and we click on Start Bot. We will say transaction on wallet. Here we are, 0.15 Solana, and we confirm. Now, what the bot makes is send this Solana to another wallet. That wallet will start distributing all Solana to different makers, and those makers will start buying and selling. It might take some seconds. So in here in this wallet, as you can see, this is my wallet. I send the money here, and then the bot will start sending money to others' wallet that will make the purchase, then sell, and then close the account and send the Solana back. Okay, for example, this one, if we open it, here we have the Sol balance. Bot sent the Solana to this wallet, and then it made a purchase of shrimp, which is the token we set, and then sell it. Now, in a few seconds, it will close this wallet, this account, and send the Solana back to keep doing the same. Now, the Solana will be sent to another wallet, it will buy and sell. And like that, during the whole time and until you get all the makers you set. Okay, here we have the first transaction. It will take a bit because of the amount of makers we have selected. Okay, so essentially that's it. Now you know how to train on the screener, you know which steps to follow. I will be doing more tutorials on how to make more things about the community, how to create a community, how to attract new people, how to deal with KOLs, with different cool stuff. So if you wanna get up to date with our new content, just subscribe and you will be notified. Also, you can join our communities in Telegram, Discord, etc. We have a support team available to help you if you have any error, so don't worry. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.